ISeeStarsQuilting.com. Welcome to the very first day of Quilt Market in Houston. Today's the very first day. There's lots of schoolhouse sessions going on, so I want to talk to you a couple things about the difference between market and the difference between, well, my voice is doing an echoing thing in there. We're going to move for just a second. The difference between market and the difference between Quilt Festival, which is something that is a little bit confusing to some people. So Quilt Market, if you're not familiar, is the industry side of the Quilt Festival, which means if you're a store owner, okay, if you are a wholesaler of fabric, if you are in the industry, like you have a long arm, you have some type of business being in the quilting industry and you want to come here to learn more. That's what the schoolhouse sessions are. I got some really amazing information this morning. I went to several sessions and I also got to see Tula Pink's 50th, yes, oh my gosh, 50th fabric release. She showed it today for like the first time and it is so amazing. I have pictures of everything. So I've been taking video, and while I can't like edit and upload while I'm here, I will be editing and uploading later on this weekend so that you can see pictures of what's happening, pictures of the new releases of fabric from the companies, because the market side, which I will be at tomorrow, is all of the booths from the fabric companies, the companies that are selling their notions. Basically, if you want to be a wholesale buyer, this is where you come to see everybody at once, okay? Next weekend, actually starting Thursday, is the the festival side of it. Now the festival side is actually the public side of this, okay? So there's industry professional side and then public side. Public side is if you like to do quilting and you want to buy a ticket, you can come in, okay? And they have all of the booths as well as all of the quilts on display that are in the show. Now you can go to the quilting website, I think it's quilts.com, and you can search the International Quilt Festival in Houston, and they have a lot of the winners' pictures already posted for those quilts. So that's really cool that you can actually see those prior to coming, and then I will show you them. Well, actually I get to see them in person. You don't. You'll get to see more pictures of them, but I'll show you, like I did last year, all the inside information of the show as well as the behind the scenes stuff too, because these wonderful people gave me a media pass, which means I'm allowed to film in all of the areas. I'm allowed to take pictures. I'm allowed to do these talks with you live, okay? So I get to show you all of that, and I'm really excited about that. A lot of the industry professional side of it today was not as fascinating, but I do want to make sure that you know to make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. Make sure you give the thumbs up whenever I post a video, because that is going to help this video reach more people who are interested about the Quilt Festival. Now, the Quilt Festival happens every single year in Houston, which I know, I'm so spoiled. I live in Houston, so like I've been coming to this show for, I don't know, probably 10 or 12 years. I don't think I've ever missed a show, and that's pretty wild. I know I'm lucky. And hey guys, I just saw your little comments down there. Yes, I wish you had stuff like this in New Zealand too. I wish I could come to New Zealand to visit things like this and see you. But this is here every single year. QuiltCon is the more modern one. It's held by a completely different company, and that one rotates around year to year. But Quilt Festival, International Quilt Festival, I should say, is the full term. That one's here in Houston every single year. Now, I want to one thing I want to do is I wanted to clear that up so people are not confused and thinking that they're missing Quilt Festival, because technically that's next weekend. This is Quilt Market. But I wanted to show you right here. Let me show you. They're already starting to set up all of the quilts, and so I'm going to flip this around so that you can see. Look at all of the beautiful quilts. Now these are the ones that are on show, so they're on display, and there's no way that I can get absolutely everything in through these like little portals from the upstairs balcony here. But these are the ones that have won and are in this show. I cannot wait to see that one right there in person. Oh my goodness. And so usually the ones up front are kind of the winners. I think think the show winners are, oh, here, look. I can show you one right over there. And it's getting like a big glare right there from this window that I'm looking at. But back here, that right back there is all of the cherry wood fabrics. Those are those pieces that actually were entered and won. There's several other categories within the quilt show. You can see they're way back in the back too. So these are all aisles that you walk in and around, and each one of these black curtains has a quilt to display on it, plus this gorgeous display of the red, white, and blue. And that fella down there who is doing his job, I don't know, walking around. He's probably just protecting the quilts, making sure people like me aren't in there, sneaking a peek before they're all set up and ready. But isn't that amazing? And I also went a little bit earlier, and I could see from the other side that there's some windows that still point downstairs. So this whole show is in one big giant event center here in Houston, and this half is the quilt show, like the actual quilt, and then the other half is where the vendors are. So this week the vendors will be the big fabric companies. I'm just gonna slip that in here because I don't know what like a gentle way to say this, but y'all, I got to meet Tula Pink this morning, and I'm such a dork. I will never be able to maintain my composure whenever I meet somebody that I really admire. But y'all, she was so sweet and so kind, and I got a picture with her, so that will be posted later on, right? But I'm still on like cloud 9 because I got to see her brand new collection. I filmed a whole lot of that, so I will be sharing snippets of that so that you can see the new collection, you can see the new fabric, you can see some of the reasons why she chose the fabrics the way that she did. And it's always it's an important part to me to like see the new fabrics and see the designs and gush over how pretty they are. But when you hear like the backstory of how they came to be, like, it makes it so much more important. Okay, so this was Tula's 50th line. She's been creating fabric designs for 18 years. It might be 19 years. I'm second guessing myself now. I'm gonna say 18, but it might be 19. So 50 lines of fabric in that amount of time. That's wild. And I'm so proud for her, but she gave so much credit to everybody else who helps her make, you know, her Tula, you know, the family that she works with. She employs her brother and she works with him all the time. She employs other members of her family to help with the shop and everything else that she's running. It's amazing, and it was so interesting to hear her side of the story, and I can't wait to share some clips of that with you when I get home and I can edit the video. But you know, another thing that we're doing today is they're called schoolhouse sessions, right? So they're moments and like little mini like 15-20 minute classes that are taught by other industry experts, right? So like publishing companies are here. There's Andover Fabrics. I've been to a couple of their classes this morning already, explaining to shop owners like how to draw in business, how to market quilt kits, how to you know, how to mix fabrics, what's the best way to display all of these notions that you have, right? And I find it fascinating because it is part of the industry, and it's a good reminder that not everybody knows what they're doing. Okay, that is also in the quilting world. Not everybody knows what they're doing, and it may seem like everybody knows what they're doing, but they don't, and that's okay, right? That's okay. So there's a ton of people. I will have more pictures for you tomorrow of the booths. They're not actually opening the booths right now. They're still setting up. And if I was closer to that side of the building, I'm talking like it is a jog to the other side of the building. And I love you, but I'm not doing that. I'm not jogging all the way to the other side of the building just to get more pictures of like the companies setting up the booths. So there's fabric companies over there, there's notion companies over there. These are the ones who are selling to the wholesale buyers, not the retail buyers. That comes next week. So next week there will be an entirely different setup of booths in there, and there will be different companies in there, more so like actual storefronts and people selling fabric to retail shoppers. So that is when I will get all of my shopping goods. This is a place where you see what's coming out. You get to meet the people who designed it. Like I said, I met Tula this morning. Let's see, who else have I seen? I've seen Mac of Couture Quilting, who is one of my besties. I love her to death. I got to see her presentation with the Andover Fabric Company, and let's see, I've seen Carolina Moore, and I know I'm missing a bunch of them because, yeah, I don't know how to maintain my cool when I'm around people that I really, really admire. And you know, it's these types of events are like meeting with old friends is what it feels like, because I don't get to see these girls very often, and so I do get to see them, and I absolutely fangirl over every single one of them, even though I've known them for years. I'm so proud of how far they've come, and you know, the storefronts and all of that, I'm so proud of them as well. So if you have any questions about the shows, or like how it, you know, what happens or what we're doing, or like why would you even go to this for 15 years in a row, you can put them in the comments of this and I will get back to them, because I can answer that one right now. I love this. Like, this is like, I couldn't even sleep last night, y'all. I was so excited. I was like, okay, I gotta set my alarm for this time so I can leave, because, you know, there might be traffic, because I have to come all the way downtown, and then I have to park, and then I have to walk to the convention center, and, you know, I'm planning all of these like daily events, and it's oh god, I feel like such a like a day before the first day of school. Okay, that's what it feels like to me. It's like day before the first day of school, and I get giddy over it every single time, and that's why I love coming here, because all of these people get it. They love fabric. They let's see, I did get some like samples and stuff. Let me see if I can show you without, like, I hate when people show things and like the camera gets really distorted, but yeah, so this is what I mean when I say like it's like miles that way to be able to see it. So this was a bag that Tula gave us. Yeah, sneak peek, that's her new line of fabric right there. It's not yellow, okay? That's like really, really bad you know, convention style lighting, but this new line actually has like little surprises from all of her previous lines. So I'm sure you've seen this with like the silhouettes, and you kind of could tell, oh, she's going to reference like all of the previous lines. Well, this is it in color, and I just absolutely adore it. But you know, she gave us some goodies in here too, and these are not all from Tula. I've kind of been collecting from other people, but we got like some batting, we got some samples of shoot, I'm so sorry, that was live and not fun to do live. And then we also got this right here, which is, so her new line is Full Moon Forest 2, which references the very, very first line that she had, which was Full Moon Forest. And then she also updated some of the True Colors fabrics. So she gave this to everybody who was in the schoolhouse this morning. And so just a little sample of the fabric, some little fun things. And then there's all kinds of other samples and like booklets and things in here. All the stuff you would get at a normal, you know, what is this one? I don't remember what this one was. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff in here from other companies that I've picked up. All the things that you would get at a normal convention are, you know, leaflets and flyers and business cards and contact and catalogs. I have 2 new Andover catalogs, and oh, I gotta tell you, I don't stock fabric, but I do love Andover, and they're really, really, like, all you'd have to do is say please, and I would absolutely buy, because I'm not close to stocking them. So, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that much Andover fabric, but I might, because it's pretty. And anyways, I also love Free Spirit, but they have a much higher like buying point. I could just go to the quilt store and support them that way. But there's something about like having so much that would be wonderful. I don't know. That's a conversation for another day. That's just me rambling right now. But that's kind of what I'm doing today is, okay, I got like 15 minutes until my next session. I'll have to boogie onto the other side of this convention center where it's it's not so quiet. This area is a quiet area. But that's what I'm doing today, is I'm learning more of the quilting industry, and I am absolutely being a fabric nerd. I'm absolutely being silly and happy, and I'm here for a good time, okay? Always, anytime I go to stuff like this, like, the people watching is phenomenal. The level of expert knowledge that you can just gain from being quiet and listening, not eavesdropping, but I guess it is like eavesdropping, but like just being quiet and listening to what the other experts are saying, like the people who have lived differently than you. That I was talking to a fabric store owner earlier this morning, and she had a very differing opinion on, not bad, I mean, it was a good opinion on some of the quilting industry stuff that I hadn't heard of. And so it was really nice to get that information. And if you have anything specific that you are looking for, or you just want to see, or you don't understand about the quilt shows, I'm here. I can answer it for you. And so yeah, I know that people would love to come to this show. And if you ever get the opportunity, like, I will say next year there was a scheduling conflict, and it's happening towards the beginning of October, but like for the past, what is it? What are we at? We're at 45 years now. Y'all see that special little commemorative pen? We're at 45 years. For the past 45 years, it's always been like right around the Halloween weekend. So, but not next year. Next year it's earlier in October. I think there's some other convention happening. But if you ever get the opportunity to come to Houston, and you don't mind the traffic, and you stay in a hotel that's really close to the show, that I recommend, because otherwise it's a drive. And I think I paid like $30 for parking per day. Last year it was 25, now it's 30, because I don't know, parking lots are expensive or something. But absolutely come, make a weekend of it. Don't bring like your husband or somebody, unless he's into fabric and quilting, and he's very helpful. My husband would not have a great time here. There's too many people that are just like me, and I think that might be overwhelming. But so, oh, Cindy, you're coming on October 31st. Yes, I'll be there that day. So if you see me, just come up and give me a hug or something. You know, I would love to meet anybody else who's coming here. It's like getting to meet old friends that you have always known, and you know, who understand you. So I am going to head over to my class that is on the other side of the convention now. But I did share in this video, if you came in a little bit late, some of the quilts that are on display that are being put away right now, or put up right now for display. And I am going to have definitely more videos on, like I did last year, with all of the quilts that are on display, so that you can see them, be inspired by them, be in awe of them. But I don't do it so that you can be intimidated, okay? So if you're going to be intimidated, don't watch them. But they're amazing to see the capability that other quilters have, and the talent that other quilters have, and be inspired by them so much. So I will have a video that displays all of the quilts. I will have one that does just the show, and then usually, I'm not in the market for anything this time, but usually I do a video on you know, my haul, the shopping, because that's another good part of the show, is the quilt show next weekend, not market, but the quilt show next weekend is the shopping. So keep an eye out for those videos. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, because I want to do some other lives while I'm at quilt show. If you have questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I will get back to them. I hope that you are having a wonderful Friday, and I will see you later on. So yeah, I think the next session that I'm going to, I don't even remember what it is, but I'll see y'all later, okay? Have a great weekend. Bye.